Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another Mask Monday. It is a beautiful sunny day today and it's putting me in a good mood. I have a face mask to share with you guys today for Mask Monday, and I was really excited to get this particular package because I'm on a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a no buy for skincare, but a little bit of a low buy for skincare for the first little bit of 2020. If you guys will remember back from my skincare goals video for the year, one of the things that I mentioned is that I have a lot of skincare. The vast majority I purchase myself. So basically I just have a lot of money sitting around that I need to use up is the way that I was trying to look at it. And so I put myself on a low buy. However, I have been stocking this particular mask and the other one that was released at the same time from StriVectin on the Ulta website when it was released. And I was like, as soon as I'm done with this low buy, these are like the first two things that I'm gonna buy. Well, lo and behold, I get a knock on my door last week and there's a package from StriVectin and they actually sent me the masks that I was stocking, and I was super thankful and super excited because you guys actually, a lot of you when these first came out were like, hey, did you see the new StriVectin masks? I did. I have them in my love section on the Ulta website. So I was really excited to get both of these. So these were the two things that were in the box. I'm going to be focusing on using the other mask probably during this week, and either next week or the following week I will do a video about the other mask. But today we are talking about the newer StriVectin Multi-Action Cloudberry Moisture Mask. This is their Plumping Cream Mask with cloudberry, prickly pear, and hyaluronic acid. So this is the mask right here. This is what it looks like. It's a gorgeous color. It reminds me of carrot puree. You can see there's a healthy dent in there because I've been using the heck out of this. I started with this one because I started using tretinoin back in November, and those of you that have started tretinoin know that oftentimes there is a little bit of a like transition process where your skin adjusts and you can be prone to a little bit more dryness, some tightness in the skin, and it's just kind of part of the process. And for me, honestly, it hasn't been that terrible. I think that I am so I hate to say aggressive because that makes it sound bad, but I am aggressive with my skincare. Like, I certainly make my skin use a lot of things, and it's worked out really well for me. I'm very happy with the way that my skin looks at 41, but certainly switching over to tretinoin from just over-the-counter retinols was a little bit of a transition. So I wanted to use this on the mornings after I apply my tretinoin. So and I know because someone's gonna ask, when I use my tretinoin, typically that is the only skincare item that I will use on the evenings where I use it. So I wash my face, I use a toner, I wait for that toner to dry for about 15-20 minutes. I make sure my skin is very dry, and then I just take that pea-sized amount of the 0.05 tretinoin and I spread that on my face, and typically that'll be it. Sometimes I don't use an oil, sometimes I don't use a moisturizer. It just kind of depends on what I feel like doing. So if I do decide to use a moisturizer or anything else after, that means that I wait a good half hour before I do that. And oftentimes I'm kind of ready to go to bed pretty quickly after washing my face and putting on my skincare. So there are times where it doesn't happen. So I wanted to test out how this would help my skin the next morning. So using it as a morning mask instead of an evening mask after using my tretinoin the night before. And I feel like this is my new favorite routine, you guys. This feels amazing. There is a little bit of, again, like tightness and dryness that can come the next day. Again, mine isn't really bad, and it's just a part of transitioning into using tretinoin on a regular basis. I typically will use it either 3 or 4 nights a week. Some weeks it's only three nights a week. Some it's 4 nights a week. It just kind of depends. I don't have any like rhyme or reason for it. It's just whatever floats my boat. But 3 is the minimum. So I have used this 3 times following tretinoin the night before, and you guys, this is so lovely in the morning. So what I do is I go in the shower, I wash my face, I come out, I immediately put this on my face, leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes, and then wash it off, and then go about with the rest of my skincare, as well as my makeup. So for example, this morning I did this mask. So I'm gonna read you what StriVectin says about this mask, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about my personal experience, what I think about their claims, what I think about the ingredients, because there is one thing that you will definitely want to watch out for if this particular ingredient is an issue for you. So they say, let's see, details here. Drench skin in nourishing superfruit infused moisture. This creamy replenishing mask from StriVectin is powered by antioxidant-packed cloudberry and prickly pear. What? I'm just making words up. Prickly pear. There we go. Extracts. 2 resilient adaptogens known to survive the harshest conditions to flood skin with intense moisture and promote lasting hydration. I don't know why I'm having reading problems this morning. I promise I know how to read. So the key ingredients are the cloudberry extract, which is rich in antioxidants, and ellagic acid, which boosts radiance and softens the look of lines. Prickly pear cactus extract helps keep skin feeling hydrated. Superfruit blend of watermelon, apple, and lentil fruit extracts visibly plump the skin with moisture, and hyaluronic acid, which I love, is a powerful hydrating molecule that can hold 1,000 times its weight in water and replenishes dry, dehydrated skin. Their results from this was based on immediate results from self-assessment questionnaire. So this wasn't like some kind of clinical study or anything. 97% reported that they felt softer, smoother, and more comforted skin. 94% reported that their skin felt less tight and dry. And 91% reported that their skin looked plumped with moisture. They say you can basically use this 2 to 3 times a week for best results. Leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. It is a creamy texture, by the way. And you just put like a nice even layer on, like you were putting maybe like a heavy layer of moisturizer on your skin. So you really don't use a lot. It has a slightly whipped creamy texture to it. It's easy to spread, so a little bit goes a long way. And yeah, I left it on typically only for about 20 minutes because in the mornings I'm a little bit more of a rush. But then you just rinse it off. I have a really nice soft bamboo washcloth that I use to take masks off my face. And then I just go in with the rest of my skincare. And I go about my day with the rest of the stuff that I do to my face. So makeup, all that jazz. So, the ingredient that I see in here on the ingredient list that I think some people are gonna have an issue with is the fragrance. It is also more towards like the middle of the ingredient list, so it's a little bit more concentrated than I would probably prefer it to be. But I have to be honest with you guys, and actually Penny and I thought about doing like an unpopular opinions type video together regarding skincare stuff. I am not someone who has a massive aversion to fragrance being used in skincare. I understand why it's not ideal, but I don't personally mind it. There is only one like fragrant oil that has ever caused an issue for me, and that was bergamot. That does make me break out, but everything else that I've ever used has never caused a problem for me personally. However, I know there are a lot of you out there who do not like fragrance in your skincare, and if you do not, you're probably going to look at this and go, no thanks, which is fine. I will tell you the fragrance is light. It's not offensive. It's basically just kind of a clean, fruity smell, if that makes sense. It doesn't linger. Even as the mask is sitting on my face, it doesn't linger. Like, I stopped smelling it pretty quickly, but I did want to point out to those fragrance phobes out there, if you don't like that in your skincare, it is in here, and it is towards kind of the middle of the ingredient list. Do I think this would be a better product without the fragrance in it? Probably, because I think more people would be open to using it. StriVectin is a spendy brand, so this particular mask you are getting, I believe it's 1 ounce. No, it's not. It is way more than 1 ounce. It is 2.4 fluid ounces, and it's $48. So it's definitely a more expensive mask, one that most people will probably have to budget for. However, I would say if you are not averse to fragrance in your skincare and you are looking for a really good hydrating mask, I think this is a great one to check out. I love the way that my skin feels when I wash this off. It is most certainly plumped. It is most certainly hydrated. I find that the rest of my skincare just kind of glides on. My skin feels so kind of hydrated and plumped afterwards that it actually like improves the look of my pores, if that makes sense. I find that when I do a really good job of hydrating my skin, that my skin, the pores look even better than they normally do. And I do quite a bit of work with my pores because that is the one skincare concern that I kind of deal with on an ongoing basis. If I don't keep my pores clear, they certainly look enlarged and not great. So I have definitely found that this is very nourishing after a night of using tretinoin. I get that nice surge of moisture in my skin. My pores look fantastic. Makeup glides on. My skin just feels very soothed and hydrated. So personally, I'm loving this. I would recommend it, but I understand if fragrance is an issue for you. Will I repurchase this one? I do think that if I get addicted to using, which I can see happening, I think if I get addicted to using this after a night of tretinoin, I think that I would repurchase this. I think it is a mask that it's kind of similar to the pharmacy honey potion, where I just really love the hydrating benefits of it. I should actually try that honey potion in the morning as well. Maybe I'll do that too. Not that that mask is any less expensive, because I think it's also in like the mid $40 price range, but I do see myself repurchasing this one in the future. I'm curious to actually use the other one as well. I'll link the other mask that they sent down below in the description box so you know what to look forward to. So far, this mask is getting really good reviews by other people. So I think just in general, it is a good, hydrating, beautiful mask to use morning. Probably at night as well. In fact, I'm sure it's great to use at night, but for me, using after the tretinoin has been like fantastic. I'm loving that. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll be sure to link this down below. So go read up a little bit more about it. Go check out other people's reviews. Let me know if you have any questions, and a big thanks to StriVectin for sending that out, because it would have been another couple of months before I would have been able to bring this home. But I'm gonna keep it in my cart because I do see myself purchasing a backup of it, especially for after the tretinoin. So I'm a fan. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.